Okay, in this really quick lesson, I wanted to shoot this before I end the day. What is keyword research and why is it so important? Why does it matter for any kind of business, right? So I know as a funeral home owner, you're going to just be focused on your business, but people need to know who you are. If nobody knows who a business is and where they're located, if basically obscurity is the biggest issue. Okay. So everyone's got every business. Doesn't matter who it is, unless they're like a franchise name, of course, but privately owned businesses, stuff like that, have an obscurity issue when they're starting. Okay. Now, some people obviously do marketing through, old school tactics like referrals, walk-ins and stuff like that, and just trying to close them. But getting on the internet and getting your name out there and getting more exposure is going to increase the amount of people that get eyeballs on your business and know who you are. SEO, search engine optimization, and pay-per-click ads in a new website are the best ways to get people to see your business and see what you're about, especially if it's all done correctly, which is what my marketing team does. So search engine optimization helps people when they're searching on their phones, because I got a phone in my pocket right now, right? I'm searching for businesses near me all the time. Everybody is, right? So the people who are going to be beating you, they're going to be optimized online. So search engine optimization, right? So they're going to have their Google business profile done correctly. They're going to have questions that are answered on the site as well, which I'll go over in a minute. That is really what I think all businesses need to do, because every business needs eyeballs, right? Every business. And they need to know what you're about, who you are, and they need to trust you, right? So a lot of people make a site and they think that they can just throw a site up and it'll start getting traffic. You have to be communicating what your business is to Google through a website. Okay. So imagine Google being a person that has a really loud microphone, and that microphone is tuned into certain people that are looking for certain things. Okay. So that being said, your website is the way to communicate to that loud person. Okay. I know it's a terrible analogy, but it's just what I thought of on the spot. You need to communicate that to Google and to users. So users need to know what your site is about through certain service pages. Cremation, you might have a whole page just on cremation, or you might have services as a tab and then all your services that you offer, something like that. And that will communicate to Google what you're doing, but you have to make sure that you're doing it with the right tags. Okay. Because some people will throw up a site, right, and just have services, and they'll just say, we do cremations, we do burials, we do right? Some people ask questions about embalming. Some people ask, again, we're going to see that in a second. So what is a keyword? A keyword is basically it could be one word or a phrase that someone is going to be searching on Google. Okay. Traffic comes when you talk directly to a search engine through those keywords. And that's how you're going to rank on number one. It can be done with, a specific amount of phrases like funeral homes near me, funeral home XY city. And that's really how that works. And then if you have everything done correctly, then of course, you'll show up right where you need to. Okay. There are certain keywords that are going to be more difficult to rank for, but depending on the business, right? So I just put two random examples. Weight loss, that would be really difficult to rank for, okay? And expensive if you want to do pay-per-click ads. But there's another one, how to lose weight with the keto diet. I'm sure you might have heard about that, or paleo diet, or fasting, something like that, right? So that is going to be a lot easier to rank for, the bottom one. It's still difficult because of the industry that it's in, but it would be easier to rank for something like that, just to give you guys an idea. So in your case, you don't really have to go too deep. I don't want to overwhelm you with that kind of knowledge. You just have to focus on ranking for the people in your city, because that's what people are going to be looking for, and just answering some generic questions that people might have, and also driving up the trust factor. Having a video, like a welcome to our home video, that would, this is just telling people who might come across the site, especially having a mobile friendly site. If you have a site that's not mobile friendly, again, it looks like it was made in 1995 with terrible, pictures and lettering. It's just, I'll show you guys more examples. I'll probably have a series of like just terrible funeral home sites that definitely need updating. So having the right site build, right? Mobile first, thinking mobile first, making sure it looks good on cell phones. That is going to be the biggest thing, because that's what especially young people, like young people are always on their phones. Like I have a desktop setup, but if I'm out or if I'm just at my couch, I'm not going to get up to go to my computer. I'm just going to pull up my phone, right? So making sure that the site is done properly is going to really help out. So let's look at some examples of some. So this is my site here. Okay. Now, if you guys want to talk to me, don't call that number. I have to change that number. But the information to get a hold of me will be in the description box of the YouTube video down below. I have to change that number, but you can also reach out to me at funeralhomemarketing@gmail.com. Okay. I have to redo my email and phone number, but you can reach out to me there. And then of course there's a contact us form here, and I'll see this if you send it to me. Okay. So that's all here. All right. And this is, of course, my YouTube channel. Don't worry about that guy. I'm really getting back into this stuff. So, okay, funeral homes. So these are the kinds of questions that people are looking for. So this website is called Answer the Public, if you guys want to use it, and you guys can verify this data yourself. Okay. So are funeral home expenses tax deductible? That's a lot of stuff that people, what you wouldn't even really think of asking. Of course, it talks about funeral home jobs. Is a funeral home a good investment? Right? Can funeral homes dispose of ashes? Can they hold ashes for payment? Can funeral homes get death certificates, etc.? And these are questions. Can funeral homes stop traffic? Right? Like, these are questions I wouldn't even have thought of just randomly. Right? Can funeral homes pronounce death? So you can answer these questions right on your website and have a whole blog. Right. And a blog would just be like a section up here, right? That would say like blog. And then this right here would be a whole page. Okay. And then you would answer that question and go into in a little bit of depth what somebody could expect asking that question. Right. So for example, can funeral homes stop traffic? Right. That's something that some people would probably really want to know. And then you can go and look, it depends or So let's go down here. Which funeral home okay. So this comes up sometimes about certain people. So let's see a little bit here. Which funeral home did Elvis go to? Let's see here. Funeral home. See funeral homes near me. That's a big one, right? Near me now. Okay. What else? Funeral homes for sale. Okay. Is funeral home alternatives, right? Funeral homes with cremation near me. Many funeral homes with mini golf. Interesting. Okay. So let's keep going. There was actually some good ones right here. Funeral home versus crematory. You could talk about that versus a morgue, cremation, just to educate people. And what this is going to do is it's going to raise you up in the rankings because you're answering questions that people actually have. Okay. Anyway, funeral home, net worth, stuff like that. Okay. So I'm going to be answering as many questions and talking about a lot of marketing on this, that a lot of it is not a lot of it. Some of it's going to seem like it's not really going to apply to you, but again, eyeballs are what matter, for every single business. Every business needs marketing. Every business needs eyeballs, and that's what we can help you with. And I'm going to be dropping free information on this, on how to do that for your business. And again, that's why it's going to seem like some of it doesn't really matter. But this right here, look how many people are asking these. Okay, like 374 results. These are thousands of questions that you could answer, right? And yeah, of course, you're not going to get like actual foot traffic in from like somewhere across the state or like the country. But of course, this is going to help you with Google and how they see you as an authority. So in my last video, I talked about relevance, trust, user behavior, and what was the last one? Relevance, trust, user behavior. There was one more. And so that will help with the relevance, right? So I can't think of the last one. It's going to bother me. Anyway, so that's it for this video. Okay. If you guys ever have any questions, you can also always post them down below. Any kind of marketing questions will help. What does the funeral home do to your body, right? Some people want to know embalming questions. Anyway, so if you guys have questions or you guys want to know what to do or how to reach, you can always reach out to me. By the time you guys see this video, this number should be clickable, and you should be able to give me a call and we can schedule a time to talk. But again, if you're unsure and you're kind of like, well, I don't know this guy yet, I'm going to be dropping a ton of free content for you so you guys can do this yourselves. And of course, if you want to take a shortcut, you can hire me. All right. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Done.